Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Men of Yoshiwara Kikuya in Iroha Season 2. And last part just made me so mad. Oh my god, just made me so mad. But anyway, this is a roller coaster of emotions, this one. Not pleasant ones, by the way. They're not many pleasant ones. More anger, but you know. Anyway, we get the like, okay, so this story seems, oh, we're getting someplace, and then it's like, why you make me mad? But anyway, so let's continue. In the end, Iroha-san didn't chase after her again because I think he thinks it's his mom. I think it is, and I think that'd be genius. Why didn't you chase her? The suddenness of it all caught me by surprise. He smiled in a self-deprecating manner, and this made me worry for some reason. So that's the tattoo on the back of her neck. And that's what this is about, huh? Do you have an idea about this? I couldn't pin her down as a thief, but that lady's behavior was suspicious. Wait, was that... Oh, do you have I couldn't pin her down as a thief, but that lady's behavior was suspicious. Okay, that was me. I should have... Okay. No, it's still just speculation. I can't help but think that she may be the boss of the thieves. Perhaps. Iroha-san just cocked his head a little to the side and didn't confirm or deny anything. We really should have gone after her and talked to her. If we did chase after her, I'm not sure that we would have caught her. Huh? I heard him mumble something a little. No, it's nothing. It's his fucking mom. I know it. I mean, this is so shady. I don't know if she's the boss or not, but it was right not to chase her. If she is, then she might have a plan for that too. Well, we should prepare to catch her. He stood up and started to take some clothes out from a dresser. By prepare, do you mean to prepare our clothes? Yes. He prepared clothes for me and himself. Iroha-san took out enough clothes to last us a few days and then wrapped them up in a cloth. Though I didn't really understand what he was doing, I started to help him. If possible, I'd be happy if you could explain what you're doing. Well, you know that I had a conversation with the manager before. I nodded to Iroha-san's words. We were working out a plan to lure the thieves into a trap and catch them. If you're planning to catch them, does that mean you know their location? Sorry. No, I still don't know where the thieves are now. But they appear to be collecting information on you, Spacey. My information? Why? I wasn't an ogre. And I wasn't interested in collecting ogre skulls either. We may know the reason why they were collecting information on you when we can catch them. I knew that they were collecting your information after checking the stores and people they robbed, because they only targeted stores and people who had business with our store. I see. I had no idea that they could get information from those things. I didn't even notice it. But them robbing my house isn't the end of all this, is it? Why? I felt something slowly creeping towards us from a distance. It's like they already knew that you were staying in my house, Iroha-san. And yet we never mentioned our names on the mainland. Isn't it strange? Yes, I feel like they know everything about us. Exactly. It's too quick for the lady boss to be collecting our information. And that's why I've decided that we should stay in Kikuya for a while. If all goes well, we'll be able to catch the thieves. No, we must catch them. Also, Kikuya is always crowded with people, so it might be less dangerous. Oh my god, wait! Are you planning a secret... Is this a surprise wedding? And he had his mom and the thieves, and they took our decorations, and they were taking things, and and they're lying to us, and it's like, oh my god, it's this mystery, and you're gonna take me someplace, surprise wedding! And it's gonna be like, oh my god, it's like a murder mystery wedding party. Cause, I mean, that's kind of awesome, but also douchey. But, like, awesome, but, like, the fuck, dude. Like... You know what I mean? I'm just saying that'd be kind of interesting. I mean, that'd be a twist I didn't see coming, except for, like, right now, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't have suspected that. I mean, I did, I guess. Everyone, everything. Anyway. Well, there is one person whom I'm a bit suspicious of, though. Iroha-san. Looked very annoyed and clicked his tongue, which was something that he rarely did. Did you click your tongue just now? Iroha-san put on his usual smile as if nothing happened. No, I think it's just your imagination. I also want your mother to stay at a friend's house for a little while. Let's prepare quickly. Yes. Spacey, please promise me. Oh, what is it? Promise me that you won't be alone with another man when I'm not by your side. I wondered what he was talking about all of a sudden, but I guess he was worried about Azusa-san. Seems like it might be difficult. I like that. Seems like it might be... Are you worried? I'll try. Are you worried? How rude of you. I'll try. Seems like it might be difficult. I feel like this is the funniest answer because you are taking me to a brothel. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to not be alone with a man. That seems like it might be difficult. I know that place is filled with men. Okay, I'm just making sure. But I want you to do that to the best of your abilities. There's always someone there in Kikuya. I feel safer in Kikuya than in the town. It would probably be less dangerous for Iroha-san too. I'd be like, look, the only person you have to worry about is Azusa. Because he's the only person that's going to try to molest me. Everybody else kind of is afraid of you, so they won't touch me. So, like, respect, I guess, in a way. You seem to feel safe in Yoshiwara, but it might be a den of thieves now. What do you mean? The lady boss may be visiting the gentleman of the night, but the idea of a den of thieves sounded unsettling to me. I heard from the other shops that they've seen some unfamiliar men here and there. Huh? Is that true? Unfortunately, it's the truth, but if all goes well, we can catch them all in one fell swoop. But if we fail, then Iroha-san, you would be... It was dangerous. Was he trying to go to a place filled with such danger? I will have the last laugh. It doesn't matter who I'm up against. Iroha-san smiled at me to ease my worries. The room that was prepared for us was the room Iroha-san used to be in when he was the manager. This really brings back memories. It hasn't really been that long, though. Indeed, I have a lot of memories with this room. Iroha-san touched a small scratch on a wooden pole and fondly remembered his past. I glanced at him as he did that, and then started unpacking my stuff. Just then, Iroha-san embraced me from behind. What happened? Sorry. When I left this room, I was determined to make you happy, Spacey. But I realized that I've gotten you involved in a troublesome situation. That's not the case. I think you know that. I put my hand onto his arm that was in front of my chest. My happiness always came from him. You're right. Forget what I said just now. I feel a bit impatient because we can't have our wedding ceremony as planned. I was about to yell out, "So that's what this is about?" But it really felt like something Iroha-san would say. You're always thinking about the wedding. I want you to think about your safety first. I can't help it. The reason I came here to catch the thieves is for our wedding ceremony. His unexpected words made me undo his arms and look back at him in surprise. I stared at Iroha-san's face and tried to confirm if he was being serious or not. Is it that surprising to you? I'm surprised to say the least. How can you say, I'm assuming. How can you say that our wedding ceremony is more important when your life is in danger? Who would say such a thing besides Iroha-san? I know what you mean, but I decided to do this ceremony to show everyone that we're a couple. But now we've been interrupted and my plans are all messed up. You're really looking forward to the wedding ceremony, aren't you, Iroha-san? Is there anyone more excited than me? Iroha-san asked me that question so seriously. It's like he's the bride. Maybe we should get you a pretty dress. I didn't know what to say and laughed at him. Iroha-san then lifted my chin up with his hand. His face came close to mine. Oh, what are you two doing in Kikuya? As he said that, Kageru-san appeared in front of our room with a sour look on his face. How unromantic of you to come into the room without saying anything, Kageru. The manager is asking for you to come talk to him about the plan to catch thieves. I've called you guys many times, though. I was so into Iroha-san's conversation that I didn't hear Kageru-san at all. I'm sorry, I'll get ready right away. Wow, things are busy. Shall we go now? Why don't we go to Kikuya? But we're in Kikuya. Few days had passed since we began staying at Kikuya. The thieves' activities have come to a complete stop. Iroha-san was soon going to return to the town to have a meeting about the wedding ceremony. As much as I tried to stop him because it was dangerous for him, he was so dead set on anything related to the wedding ceremony that he wouldn't listen to me. Isn't this a little weird? It probably means that they can't do anything. I hope that's the case. It must be. Now all that's left to do is to catch them. A warped smile came across his beautiful face. Please don't do anything too scary, okay? That will depend on what they do first. Well, I don't want to be late. Goodbye. All right, goodbye. It somehow feels like it's been a while since I saw him off like this. The place is different, but I still feel happy to see my beloved off on his way. What are you smiling about? Fuck you! Azusa-san! Good morning. Well, you see, no, the right answer is fuck off! When I turned back to Azusa-san, when I turned back, Azusa-san was there looking like he was in a bad mood. Doesn't he always look that way? I just greeted him from the side and passed him by. Just looking at you pisses me off. He didn't need to say something like that. I already knew he hated me. And if he hated me so much, it'd be better if he stayed away from me. Oh yeah, I have some business with you. With me? Then why didn't you say that when I was with Iroha-san last night? I can't speak properly when he's around. That's for certain. They get along like oil and water. That's kind of an understatement. Whenever they were face to face, the mood would turn foul. That's because Azusa is a douchehole. Takao-san and Tokiwa-san found that to be amusing, though. Come here. It'll be bad if you're in my room. That would definitely be bad. But I promised Iroha-san. Well, I'm sorry. I can't be alone with him because I promised Iroha-san. Good girl. What? Where are you going? Damn it, wait! After that... Oh, there you are. Come here for a bit. Sorry. I continue to be chased by Azusa-san for days. Hey, Spacey. I ripped the hem of my kimono. Oh, Kageru-san's here too? Yes, I'm running an errand for Kagura-san. He could have just asked one of the servants, though. Her mending is beautiful, so Kagura-san always entrusts his clothes to her. I'm honored. Please let me know if there's anything else that I can help with. I wasn't just going to stay here and eat free meals. Oh, wait your turn. Spacey already has a reputation for a pretty mending throughout Kikuya. Oh dear, everyone is praising me with compliments. Spacey, just for a bit. Get you guys here too? Azusa-san looked at both of their faces and then went off somewhere. Come to think of it, he's been chasing you for the past few days, hasn't he? I wouldn't say that he's chasing me, though. I would be like, yeah, well, I mean, he did try to fucking rape me. And I can't be alone with him, so yeah, if someone could stay by my side at all times when Iroha's not here, that'd be great. You gotta watch out, you know. He's probably pretty distressed now. Oh, we shouldn't be too worried about him. Really? That's enough for you to say you weren't attacked. Spacey, I'm back. Oh, Iroha-san, welcome back. And don't get it wrong, Spacey's mending my clothes now. You don't need to make excuses like that. I can tell by looking. Takao's like, don't get it wrong, man. She's just fixing my clothes. It's the reason why she's on her knees in front of me. Not what you think. I'm glad that you found your place, Spacey. Yes, I want to do my best not to dishonor you, Iroha-san. Like, so I've been avoiding Azusa-san who attacked me. I don't want to disgrace you by being attacked. That's exactly how it would go. That's exactly how it was. Like, the fuck. You couldn't dishonor him. He's the most powerful guy in Kikuya. And I'm the top gentleman here. Please. Kikuya is nothing without its top gentleman. Alright, enough chit-chat. Hurry back to your room. I compliment you and then you tell me to get back to work? What's up with that? Takao was on side and went back to his room. Kikuya is more organized when Iroha-san is around. After saying that, Kageru-san also went back to his room. Spacey, were you troubled with anything while I was out? Yes. No, everyone was really nice to me. Suddenly, Azusa-san popped into my head. If I've come this far, then it should be okay. Azusa-san chased me again today. For some reason, he would show up when I was alone, and I wasn't sure how to deal with that. Whatever he's chasing me for, he seems to be very important. Even if I didn't have Yudoha-san, I'm scared to imagine what would happen after something like that. Yudoha-san will be coming back any minute now. I have to get back. What's this about me? Yudoha-san, don't surprise me like that. I'm the one who was surprised. I saw you running as I was walking over here. But why are you panting like that? Well, that's... Go ahead and lie. You're not a good liar, though. Because I can instantly tell when you lie. Well, that's... No one could lie to Yudoha-san. Because the consequences would be terrifying. I understand. I'll tell the truth. People were already talking about it in Kikuya, and I wasn't sure when it would hit his ears. So I should explain it to him myself. Azusa-san keeps visiting me when I'm alone, and I've been refusing him. But whenever that happens, he chases after me. He's chasing you. A vein popped up on his forehead and started twitching. Yes. That's... It seems that he needs to be punished. Yudoha-san, I think it's good exercise for me, so... If you want to exercise, you should do that with me. But please don't get too mad. Why are you defending him? I'd be like, no, please punish him because, I don't know. He keeps wanting like he wants to tell me something, but I'm afraid he's going to attack me again. Like he did, and I don't want you to get pissed, and I don't want to have to pay penance for him being fucking a Salty McExalter pants. A Salty McRape pants? Something like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just... I desperately tried to stop him, but Yudoha-san didn't change his pace. I would be like, please beat him. He would usually walk in a quiet, unnoticed manner, but now he was treading firmly upon the ground, making stumping noises along the way. Water, now! Prepare all the buckets for the bathing area. Yes. When we got to the front of Kikuya, a crowd was forming. It smells like something's burning. What's going on? Yudoha-san, above you! A fire. Black smoke was rising up from the site where Kikuya stood. It wasn't a lot of smoke, but we weren't sure what would happen next. Let's hurry, Yudoha-san. What? Yudoha-san, you're okay. What do you mean by if I'm okay? What do you mean by I'm okay? Naturally, the top gentlemen were not helping to put out the fire. They were waiting a small distance away. The fire is coming from your room. Why is it coming from my room? I was out for the whole day. Really? That's a bit strange. Yudoha-san closed his eyes as if he was in a deep thought. Yudoha-san, you're back! What about the fire? We put it out without incident. From the amount of smoke, I think it would have been bigger, though. It wasn't that big of a fire, it was a small fire, so we took care of it. I see. And was anything stolen? Well, since we already heard about the thieves before, we were supposed to be prepared, but... The manager cast his eyes down deeply with remorse.
Hi, what you doing, cutie patootie bird? You're so cute. You're such a good birdie.
That said more than enough. I didn't think they would do something like this. I'm so ashamed. I betrayed your trust, Yudoha-san. It's fine. I'll get them back. Yudoha-san bowed. Oh, lift your head up. Just as instructed. You didn't leave most of your money in the shop, right? Yes, that's one thing. But I'm just so glad that you were out when this happened. Yes, that's right. But maybe this wouldn't have happened if I were around. I felt sorry. If you were around, Spacey. And don't tell me... Yudoha-san! I may have made a huge mistake. I've been thinking that they were after me the whole time. Is that wrong? I've made an error that's beyond recall. Calm down! Call his name, hold his hand, stare into his eyes. Call out my new name! I don't know why, I just thought of fucking the never-ending story. Call his name, hold his, stare into his eyes. Call his name, maybe? Hold his, I don't know. Hold Hold his hand seems a little passive. Stare into his eyes also seems a little passive and strange. Call his name? I don't know. But Iroha-san! Iroha-san! And don't tell me that even now, that person... His strained voice made my heart hurt. That person... Were they trying to take you away from me, Spacey? You're talking about Azusa, I believe that. That person... Are you talking about the boss of the thieves? Yes. More than likely. I mean, I'm pretty sure that she's my mother. I told you. This should have been the moment, but what did I say? I'm like, oh my god, is it his mom? And then he was like, he didn't run after her, and I was like, that should send shit right there. My mother. Iroha-san definitely said that. He said she was his real mother. What happened? And Tokiwa, how long have you been there? I want to ask the same thing. I was separated from my mother a long time ago, so I wasn't sure about it. My mother would make a living taking in orphans and teaching them how to pickpocket and swindle. Oh my. Of course you wouldn't want me to meet her. When I found out she came to Kikuya, I had planned to let her go and talk to her in secret. I thought that she would listen if the person speaking to her was her son. I guess I got in the way of things. She probably wants me to come back. Iroha-san's mother was serious. Why would she go that far? I don't know. Perhaps you could call it motherly love. So did you run away and, end up here? Because I just figured she sold you here. Maybe she was trying to capture me and protect me herself. Before someone else takes my skull. No way! I can't believe that! Her real son? So yeah. Yeah. He's a traitorous asshole. Azusa-san. Don't tell me that you're actually that woman's son. I don't want to admit it, though. So that means... I thought they were going after you. But perhaps I was wrong. But if you value your life, you'll leave Kikuya immediately. Iroha-san. His voice trembled as he spoke to Azusa-san, who was his kin. This was too large a shock. Looking at him, I could see that Azusa-san was also looking pale in the face. Azusa-san, are you okay? Without thinking, I extended my hand. When I did... Don't touch me! He brushed my hand away. I'm just fine. With a face as pale as that, you can't say that you're just fine. It's nothing? What happened? He then left with a pale look still on his face. But there's something suspicious about him. Okay, so she's your mom, and he obviously knows something. What the fuck? What do you mean? There's nothing to it. Just think about why you went out, Spacey. I stared at both of their faces. Why was fire sent to the manager's room in the first place? Seems sort of like a message. Yeah, I'm always in the manager's room, so arson doesn't make sense. Even if they had a chance to start a fire, there was a high chance that it would be quickly put out. If they wanted to set fire to the manager's room, but Spacey is always in the room, then... Oh, so he chased me out because I was in the way? He's been wanting to talk to me for a few days now. Was it to ensure I was far from the room? But he's an ogre too. He's being targeted. Have you forgotten? My mother is also an ogre. Yeah, that's right. Being an ogre or not has nothing to do with collecting skulls. I originally suspected him of starting the fire anyway. Why? I repeatedly warned the servants and others that the thieves may come around, and it would be difficult to sneak in undetected with them watching who is coming in and out of the shop. It's a different story if they snuck in through the attic, though. I spread the caltrops around there. Why did you do that? Well, it must be him then. I was always suspicious of him. A wave of apprehension spread at once, and the gentlemen started to speak out amongst themselves. Of course it's possible, but the fact that no one is coming to his defense... There's nothing nice to say about his attitude either. Everyone cast their suspicious gazes in the direction where Azusa-san had disappeared. Please wait. Let's hear the whole story. Yes, well then, I'll talk to him. No, that won't work. Why is that? Everyone is looking at Azusa-san with suspicious eyes now. On top of that, you're the least calm about all this. You're right. I'll do it. So you were here after all. I was looking for him after being told that he didn't leave through the entrance. Iroha will get mad if you've come alone. I'm not alone. I'm here. Our other precious. Iroha said that it was dangerous, so he asked Kagura-san to go with me. It's because Kagura is just like, he will just stand there and blink until you try to get handsy with me, and then he will chop your fucking head off with a sword. I'm just saying. I thought a servant would do if he said a skilled martial artist was better. Well, what did you come here for? Azusa-san, you know that everyone will suspect you if you run away like that, right? Oh, whatever, it's fine. I didn't know what to say to his careless response. Well, is it all true? That you're a member of the thieves and you also started the fire? And that you chased after me so that you could start the fire? I don't know. But if you think that's true, then it's fine, isn't it? He mumbled that in a disinterested tone of voice. So you admit to everything. And then would you come with us? Please wait. Azusa-san, why don't you tell Iroha-san everything? You may be a member of the gang, but I don't think you're a bad person, Azusa-san. Really? He tried to rape me. The fuck, girl? His face was pale before. Something about that stuck with me. He's the guy who started the fire when you were out, isn't he? But if I was alone, I would have passed out. He chased me away from the room to prevent me from being harmed. That's Azusa-san's kindness. I'm not sure I'd call that kindness. Please, leave me alone with him for a little. I understand. If anything happens, call me. Thank you so much. Perhaps Iroha-san would forgive me for this. No matter what he said about him, they're ogres from the same clan. I'd just be like, could you just stand over there watching at a safe distance while you have a private conversation? Just as I thought. You really are stupid. I'm stupid? That's right, but I don't hate that about you. How could he just say something like that now? I was so surprised that I couldn't speak. Oh, what's with the look on your face? No, I'm just a little... No, I'm really surprised. What for? Well, I guess I was mean to you before. Yeah, you're a twat. I don't hate your smiling face. Oh, really? That's also surprising. Even though I survived on the mainland, I lied every day in fear. I lived every day in fear. I wouldn't be persecuted on this island. But if I was found and I didn't know what would happen. And so I thought I'd turn the other way when it came to acquaintances and friends. I couldn't even put on a fake smile anymore, and people quickly started to hate me. I guess it's my own fault. But you were different from the start. If you and him were together, I would take you. I'm not property, and no, you fucking wouldn't. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. He looked at me with passion-filled eyes. Yeah, so he's basically trying to be like, I love you. Go fuck yourself. Everything you did, nothing... Look, I am really not sure if Kageru or this twat is the lesser evil. Like, right now, everything Kageru did is so much better than this asshole. Like, no, nothing about you is endearing. No. The fact that right now in this moment you're making Kageru look better, I don't even know what to tell you. And I didn't really enjoy him either. Well, he had moments, but... He had moments where you're like, this is cute, but I still don't like you. But he's had no moments. And the reason I was annoyed was because I was jealous. But I'm Iroha-san's wife. And don't misunderstand me. I don't want to lie to you anymore. Oh, so endearing. No. I'm sorry. I wasn't really hoping for an answer from you. Your heart has already made its decision, right? Yes. My feelings were unwavering. I had feelings for no one other than Iroha-san. But I wanted to tell you that, and that's good enough for me. Azusa-san's eyes were filled with sadness. I'll tell you everything. I burned Iroha-san's room. So you were actually a member of the thieves. I brought Azusa-san, who said he would tell Iroha-san everything, back to Kikuya. And he was now telling Iroha-san everything. It feels like this should be the end, and yet we have one whole other chapter, and then the end. Yeah. And from the start, it was your goal to find the ogre on this island. Yeah, the boss said she wanted to meet him. Now that I think about it, she was talking about you. But I didn't know. I can't believe that Iroha-san and I are... Azusa-san? Brothers? I don't even want to think about it anymore. What are you talking about? No, it's nothing. So, she said that I had to chase you out of Kikuya so she could meet you, Iroha. And she asked you to set fire to my room. Azusa-san nodded deeply. In any case, you've really turned over a new leaf. Oh, that was Iroha saying that to him, sorry. But you're the boss's son, aren't you? So that means we're really not unrelated. What do you mean? Explain yourself. I clung onto Iroha-san, who was about to grab Azusa-san. It's his fucking brother. He has his reasons. I want you to forgive him. What happens now is important. Like, he's like, explain yourself. Forgive him. No, he needs to finish what he's saying. Like, explain yourself. What happens now is important. Yeah. Explain yourself. He has his reasons. Why are we defending this asshole? I want you to forgive him. No, fuck that. He has his reasons. No, fuck that. I mean, yeah, he has his reasons, but like, no, fuck that. What happens after this is important. That's the best answer. No matter what happens after this, it's important for him to trust you. You're right. It's just as you say, Spacey. So, what are you going to do after this? No, that's not what I meant to say at all, but... We've got the bile out of you so you can go back to the thieves without incident. I want to atone for my crimes. I know it sounds like a convenient excuse, but I didn't want to hurt anyone. At the time, the boss said that she just wanted to see her son, so... Help out at the store, then. And there's nothing we can... Do it? There's nothing we can do it... Anyway. But I'll forgive you if you do that. And that's it? I'm gonna be stuck with this asshole now for the rest of my life. Can we just push him off the fucking island? Yes. If you understand, then go and start helping out straight away. Perhaps Azusa-san was surprised by this, so he turned his back to us and left. Iroha-san, Azusa-san wasn't a bad person. Yes, he was. Even when he burned your room, or tried to rape me, he'll probably be treated harshly. He's as he should be. But if anyone, I wanted Iroha-san to be on his side. I know. Because he likes you, Spacey. Huh? You didn't know that? No. But you're really perceptive, Iroha-san. I mean, I can't blame him for being clueless about... I kind of figured his whole bitchy attitude was because he was in love with us, like, hello. But it would have been so much funnier if he was the dude that we were supposed to marry before. That would have been so much better. He would have been like, shit, what the fuck is happening? I'm just going to pretend. Let's just pretend that's the case, because that just makes it so much more amusing. But I still dislike him. Oh, come on, Spacey. You can't imagine that he would actually harm the girl he's fallen for, do you? Yes, you're right. Really? He can't harm the girl he's falling for, but... Can we just... what happened in the last part? Can we just... Okay, sure. Alright. Right, yeah. Uh-huh. Right. That just justifies that attempted rape. Okay. Alright. Sure. Ah! I suddenly became overwhelmed with shame and guilt. But he did confess it to everything about the thieves. Even if it was a small fire, there was still a fire at Kikuya. Because of that, the room reeked of smoke, and it was not in a good condition to conduct business. Looks like we'll be able to reopen soon. Oh, really? That's great. The bored gentlemen will probably become busy soon. It seems it'll get busy since they were off for a while. Spacey, I'm sweaty, so could you take out a change of clothes for me? Okay, huh? I searched inside her chest of clothes, but Iroha-san's clothes weren't there. Oh, what's wrong? Well, your clothes aren't there, Yudoha-san. Think of it, because of the fire, there were fewer clothes that we could wear. That's not good. We have a few pairs back at home, so I'll go get some. No, I took everything before the fire. Because I wasn't sure how long we'd be staying here for. I see. What were we supposed to do? I have this little see-through negligee you could wear. Sure, it'll look great on you. It's not like we can go around naked. I was surprised at the joke Yudoha-san made in this tough situation. Of course! We must have some clothes among our products. I'll have to go back to the warehouse anyway. I don't remember buying men's clothing. And if we did, would we have the type of clothes I like? Yudoha-san, this is an emergency, so you should put aside your preferences. I guess I have no choice, but it's dangerous to go alone. But everyone looks busy. Azusa's here. He can fill in for someone. Don't push him too hard, okay? Girl, shut up. Instead of answering, Yudoha-san smiled deeply. Well then, let's call someone. I heard you calling. Did something happen? Sorry to bother you at a busy time. I know it's okay. How can I help? I ran out of clothes. I guess because he knew what this was, Kakeru-san's expression quickly clouded over. Yudoha-san, I'll just go alone after all. No, I won't allow that. We have no idea what kind of danger is out there. So, is this what you wanted from me? Yes, I want you to accompany Spacey to her home to find a change of clothes for me. If you want a change of clothes, we have them in the shop, though. The clothes here are too flashy, and I have no intention of wearing them. I want you to, though. I want to see you in the flashiest fucking thing ever. I'm sorry. It can't be helped. I'm no gentleman. It would be bothersome to turn away clients who would mistake me for one. If that's the case, I guess it can't be helped. Do you think I'd say something like that? No clients will be coming until the store reopens, you know. Gosh, you've become a smart boy. But even if I try to stop her, Spacey is going to go anyway. Because it's not like we can go around naked! Kageru-san let out a large sigh and then turned his back to us. I'll just have to go by myself after all. I guess I have no choice. But this is the only time, okay? I'm sorry, Kakeru. Really, I'm only doing this because you took care of me so many times, Spacey-san. I'll be waiting by the entrance, so please come quickly. Yes! Alright, so he'll do it. If you can't find anything, please buy some clothes from the store. Okay, well, then, I'm going. Oh, okay. Well then, I'm going now. That's what I should have said. I hurried to the entrance to keep Kageru-san from waiting. Accompanied by Kageru-san, I returned to my house after a long absence. But I'm surprised. Yudoha-san is really admired by the townspeople. Yes, though at first people would just look at him from afar. I guess they would. It's rare to see a young man living with a young woman, and my family isn't particularly wealthy. That's why. I'm sorry. Kageru-san remorsefully cast his eyes down. And don't worry about it. It's the truth. Yes, at first everyone looked at him as an oddity. But before we knew it, people started to gather around Yudoha-san. And they came to rely on him. I can't imagine that he corrected his personality. Yes, I don't think he's changed at all. He's a strange person. He's now and always has been. As if saying that the conversation was over, Kageru-san started looking down from the window. Please relax, Kageru-san. Okay, I will. After that, I began looking through our drawers at our products. Huh, this is... He found something? Yes, just one pair. And it looks like it's the type that Yudoha-san prefers. I don't remember seeing this before. I should have noticed if it's a product that we sell. And Yudoha-san didn't remember it either. Why is this here? Is it strange that it's here? Yudoha-san said there wouldn't be any clothes, and Yudoha-san strictly managed everything. Maybe he made a mistake. Perhaps Kageru-san wasn't expecting that, so he smiled a little. Could he have made a mistake? No, I think he was mistaken, but he's never made a mistake like this before. And then this would make it the first time, wouldn't it? Of course, even Yudoha-san forgets things sometimes. But that wasn't the only thing that felt strange about this. It's a plant. We took inventory of all of our items after we were robbed. This wasn't there at the time. And on top of that, these are new clothes. Peculiar. Oh, we should hurry back. You're right. Sorry to talk about such strange things. While overcome by an eerie feeling, we returned to Kikuya. Iroha-san, I'm back now. Welcome back, Spacey. You got back earlier than expected. Which clothing store did you go to? It appeared that Iroha-san had no idea there were clothes at my house. Actually, this was at the top part of our drawer. Do you remember this? I spread out the clothing and Iroha-san quizzically cocked his head to the side. No, I don't remember buying this. And did your mother buy it? My mother hasn't bought anything since you came, Iroha-san. And that's true. Or maybe I forgot about this. It does match my tastes. Iroha-san said that with no apparent concern. Spacey, what are you worried about? Iroha-san combed my bangs up and then pressed his forehead against mine. I was just a little surprised because something like this has never happened before. I forget things sometimes too, and maybe they were clothes that I had before I went to your house. But we checked everything when we were robbed, right? You're getting too worried about this. And do you think this has something to do with the thieves? I'm not thinking something like that, but it is strange. Maybe your mother put it there for me. Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to think about it anymore. It's not like I'm going to find an answer. And can you help me change my clothes? Yes. Iroha-san's body left me. All right, I'm going to undo your belt. Yes, please do. I helped Iroha-san change his clothes and took the clothes that he took off. Huh. As I folded his clothes, I heard a voice of surprise from Iroha-san. Did something happen? They actually gave him a different outfit! I was wondering, I'm like, is he going to be in the standard Western clothes and now he's like in this? Yes, I was just surprised. I'm a little tall, so I thought it would be short on me, but it's a perfect fit. Iroha-san was very particular about things, so he hated it when his clothes were too short. And for that reason, he preferred Western clothes that better matched his body type. It's like it was made specifically for me. I guess it isn't just you, Spacey. And now I feel strange that it was in the store. Iroha-san snickered. Iroha, are you there? Azusa-san came and said that. I like it. What happened? Well, you seem to be having difficulty speaking after seeing me. I have something to do, so... No, it's okay. I'll leave. Sorry. I shook my head to say that it was okay and saw them out. You just don't learn, do you? I inadvertently heard Iroha-san's voice. I could hear his voice as I picked up the clothes that he took off. I could hear his voice. Wow, Tim. But if you were to get hurt, then Spacey would... Hurt? What's going on? Azusa-san must have told his fortune. For what purpose did he do it for? As I stood there in shock, Iroha-san returned. Iroha-san? What you talked about just now... you heard, didn't you? When is it that you'll get hurt? Don't worry about it. More than that, something fun will happen tomorrow. It's impossible not to worry! Something fun? What's that? Don't change the subject! Yeah. It's impossible not to worry. I am curious about the something fun. What's that? But it's very much, he's like, I'm so worried. And then he's like, something fun will happen. Something fun? What? Okay, let's not be distracted by shiny things, although it's impossible not to worry about it. Even if you say that. Oh, wow, he said it this time. I'm the type who doesn't believe in fortune-telling. Spacey, you should trust me. Iroha-san said that with delight. Is that what's happening tomorrow? Is our wedding? I've gathered you here today to say that we'll be having a banquet to celebrate Kikuya's reopening. He said something fun would happen tomorrow. Oh. Iroha-san told me that, and he was now announcing it in front of people. We'll invite regular people for free, and I'll also have a wedding ceremony for me and Spacey. Huh? We were going to have a wedding ceremony in Kikuya? He didn't tell me that. That's pretty sudden. I'll pay the full amount. But I don't think we need to do it at the same time as Kikuya's reopening. A young gentleman must have restored your energies. So please work hard now. Oh, you gentlemen, sorry. But I won't listen. I've already made my decision. Oh, no! It's better to just give up, no? I feel bad for you, but I agree with Tokiwa. I wanted to have a modest wedding. Our friends and acquaintances will come together all at once. Isn't it too much work for them to come again? But... And this is Kikuya, so the gentleman of the night will join our wedding too. He was right. The people Iridoha-san wanted to celebrate with couldn't leave this place. No matter what he said, he still wanted to celebrate with them. I understand why you're doing this, but please don't surprise me like that. I also just love the look of surprise on your face. I told you not to say those things in front of people. I'll keep it in mind. Well, anyway, things will be getting busy from now on. Let's get started. Iridoha-san clapped his hands and encouraged everyone. And as if responding to him, everyone started to get up and move. Iridoha-san, I need to talk to you for a moment. I'm coming. Iridoha-san's eyes were beaming as he walked out into the hallway. But I'm really sorry that this is happening so suddenly. It's alright, isn't it? We actually have a lot of time and nothing to do. But I thought he wasn't the manager anymore, though. Takao-san looked happy. I think he worked the most when we prepared for Kikuya's reopening. Oh, when we had to negotiate. He did everything by himself. He was born to be a manager. It's quicker if I do it by myself. It can't be helped. Iridoha-san said that as he returned. You're probably right, though. Everyone smiled wryly. So what did he report to you? You're not seriously going to hold a banquet for your wedding ceremony, are you? Of course I will. We'll lure the thieves out here today. Will we be able to do something like that? Of course. Azusa's already convinced them, so they'll come here in his advice. And to make sure they stay, in order that no one can leave, the island has been put out. You're the worst. I guess I knew that, though. Whatever. I couldn't care in the least what you say about me. He put his fringe to the side and looked to be proud of himself. I really liked seeing Iridoha-san being like that. And we started to prepare for the banquet. Everyone worked without breaks, so I brought cups of tea for them. You guys have been working so hard. Have some tea. Azusa-san? He looked away from me. What happened? Do you want to have some tea? I don't need it. He was standoffish to me. It was as if he had returned to the way he was when we first met. You already have some, so I need to give up. Oh, you already have someone, so I need to give up. Sorry. After I said that, Azusa-san left. I wanted to chase after him, but I couldn't do that. You hold yourself well. Iridoha-san, I'm not the right person to chase him. I put down the cup that I tried to give him to the side, and then I tried to pour it for Iridoha-san. Iridoha-san grabbed my arm and pulled me into his chest. Of course, you're my wife. I won't let anyone have you. Yes, please, be with me forever. I came close to Iridoha-san and nestled my neck into his chest. You're acting like a cat. I'm sorry. I want to be spoiled now. The future of Azusa-san as an ogre. He could be a gentleman like Iridoha-san in the future. When I thought that he might not be able to talk about his worries and fight against loneliness, I felt sad and sorry for him. You don't need to say that now. You can be spoiled whenever you want. See, Azusa doesn't owe anyone money, so he could just go around the island and be like, hot girl, hot girl, hot girl! And she'd be like, okay. Because, like, what are your options? Kikuya or a bust? I'm just saying so. He can really have his pick of the litter. Iridoha-san's arms hugged my body strongly. Spacey, I want to ask you again to make sure. And do you have any regrets to have a wedding with me? Fuck no. Why are you asking me that all of a sudden? Of course I don't. Well, I think my mother was also surprised. I think so. But I'm happy that she's alive. I mean, even though she's caused this much problem? Yeah, even after knowing what kind of person she is. Yes, like you said, she was an amazing person, though. I'm just filled with gratitude. I want to thank her for giving birth to you and giving you to me. When I said that, Iroha-san's cheeks turned red and he kissed me. I'm happy that you said that. We chuckled at each other and Iroha-san separated his body from mine. And then he sat up straight and looked directly at me. Spacey, it's embarrassing to say this to you again, but... will you marry me, Spacey-san? Awkward. His unexpected words made my heart beat fast, and I felt like the blood flow in my body reversed. I'm pleased. I'm happy. Okay.
Why is... I'm just confused. Here goes yes is the answer, but then there's I'm pleased, I'm happy. Are we saying... Wait. Because like, oh, I'm kind of embarrassed to say this to you. Oh, I'm pleased that you're embarrassed. Yes, I'll marry you. I'm pleased that you're embarrassed for once. Is that what we're saying? Should we take a risk? I'm happy that you're embarrassed. I'm pleased. I'm pleased that you're embarrassed. It's like a trap. I feel like it's a trap because, like, shouldn't we say yes? But see, that's the thing. You're like, we should say yes. But then why are these here? Is that to trick us? Or is yes the trick? I don't know. Let's see what happens. But why did you ask me just now? I think I've never asked you before. Oh, I'm pleased. I'm just overjoyed. We'll finish everything and be happy. Yes! The banquet would start soon. Okay, so maybe that was better because I think yes would have just been if we clicked yes, it would have gone there. After preparing, we invited people from the shops in Yoshiwara and an opening performance began. Gentlemen for Kikuya were serving sake and dishes. Comfortable music was played and dances were presented to please their eyes. What an extravagant banquet it was. If the thieves didn't come, I could stay in this dream for a while. And the boss of the thieves might be Iroha-san's mother. Well, it's about to start. Spacey, you should watch from a distance. Okay? I leaned up against the wall and stared at the parlor room. And then... Azusa-san came into the room. The thieves, all dressed in black, appeared behind him. What is all this here? I took you guys to the parlor room by mistake. I won't forgive you for this, even if it was a mistake, Azusa. So why don't I catch these stupid thieves now? Iroha-san raised his hand, and the policemen who were waiting in the other room came into the room at once. It's a trap! Huh. Or are you trying to escape from here? Takao-san blocked the way that the thieves tried to escape through. I don't usually do this kind of thing, so I'm not sure I can do well, but... After he said that, he tripped the thief, and after he fell, Takao-san got on top of him. I want a CG of that. Great. I will do my best, then. I'll also try out my training. There are people in the way, too! They were rounded up quickly. We should take a hostage! Azusa-san turned pale and ran to Iroha-san. Ah, that's right. He did fortune-telling about Iroha-san. Run away, Iroha-san! I started to run without a second thought. I ran towards Iroha-san. And there's a woman! Capture her! His fortune-telling was wrong? No! Now Iroha-san's gonna get hurt protecting you, stupid! Idiot! I didn't have time to think about it. I had to run away now. Their target was me? In the next moment, I heard the sound of them falling over from behind me. And just as I expected, your fortune-telling didn't come true. Now, why? Iroha-san... Are you okay? I told you to hide yourself. But I thought you were in danger. There is a trick to it. Azusa, if you understand, stop touching me without permission. Why? Azusa-san was dumbfounded. Meanwhile, the thieves were being captured. And then there was one person left, a female thief, their boss.
I didn't expect that you could ever betray me, Azusa. It's over. My purpose isn't to help you steal. They looked similar. When I compared her to Iroha-san, I could see the resemblance. But I didn't get a souvenir. Really? You're something else. Iroha-san separated from me and came close to her. And then he shouted, Mother! Mother! I told you. And he was like, no, could it be? I told you they were both brothers. I still think it would have been better if Azusa was the boy we were supposed to marry, but it's being brothers. Like, we saw that in what, chapter 6 maybe, when they were talking, and I was like, we are from the same, like, we are the same. I'm like, it's his brother. Like, I get it. The two voices overlapped and echoed throughout the parlor room. What did he just say? I wasn't the only one to think that. What did you just say now? Everyone was frozen with surprise, and then Takao-san asked that question. I heard Mother from both of you. Everyone couldn't hide their surprise and looked at Iroha-san, Azusa-san, and the female thief. I knew the boss was Iroha-san's mother, but Azusa-san, she's my mother. I'm Iroha's mother, too. That means... You finally realized it. Azusa is your younger brother. Even you, Iroha, finally got surprised. She had a satisfied smile on her beautiful face. Honestly, I was surprised that Azusa is my brother, but that's not the problem. Why did you do these things to me, Mother? Of course, it's revenge. Huh? What did she just say? Revenge doesn't sound peaceful. What does it mean? Everyone held their breath and watched to see what was going to happen. I think there are people who don't know about it, so I'll explain. Personally, I don't really want to admit this, but Iroha-san spoke with bitterness in his tone. She is the woman who gave birth to me. Oh, Sange is the mother. I was like, what? Everyone, please call me Sange. So, why did you do these kind of things? You're asking me why? I can't let you say that you don't remember. I don't remember. No, you must. And just give it some deep thought. I only remember that you taught me how to steal and cheat. Iroha-san, I didn't think a conversation between a child and mother after a long separation should be like this. I'm disappointed. You really forgot. I talked to you about living together a long time ago and you rejected me. It's revenge for that. Is that the only reason you did all this? Only? You're dismissing a mother's wish to live with her child with only? Yes, I am. You should say those kinds of things after you become a decent mother. Hey, both of you, please calm down a little. It wasn't just my imagination that everyone was gradually distancing themselves from them. So, why did you decide to carry out your revenge at this time? Of course, because I heard you'll get married. I thought I'd teach you a lesson since you didn't inform your real mother about it. How disappointing. And that's why I didn't inform you about it, though. So, when did you find out? Well, I sometimes want to eat gentlemen, so... How disappointing. You're too old for that. Hey! I want to eat gentlemen. See, I took that, like, literally, because she's, like, an ogre, but it sounds more like a sexual thing. Like, I just love to eat up men. And he's like, you're too old for that. What did we say? She's in her late 30s. Bitch, no you didn't! You did not just act like someone in her late 30s is too old to be boning hot dudes. Fuck that! Iroha, you're losing points now. Look, your mom's a bitch. But that doesn't mean she can't get any action. She's not 80. You know, at 80, it's a little weird. Like, I like to go to Kikuya and find me a hottie. Like, that's a little fucking weird, but it's more like grandma. Oh, you know, but Jesus. She was wilder than I expected, and everyone looked at Iroha-san with pity. When I looked at Azusa-san, he also remorsefully cast his eyes down. But you're still interested in your son's wife.
Yes, of course, because I've come to have much personal experience with this sort of thing. Iroha-san's mother looked at me. What are you going to say to her? I'm not trying to eat her or anything. Okay, so see, it sounded like she wants to actually, like, literally eat people. I'm just very confused as to ogre. It's like, do they eat people? Like, what's going on? She came close to me and stared at me like she was evaluating me. Spacey-san, you have experienced a great deal of fear this time, right? Yes. To get married and share your life with Iroha means that you have to live with this fear until you die, or even after you've died. Mother, I wanted to ask if you're prepared for that, but I think you're ready for that. Yes. With her unexpected words, I was suddenly about to cry. I want you to make a great family with Iroha, since he never had that kind of family before. Oh, look, everything wrapped up in a beautiful, happy bow. What are you saying? You're the person who left me here. Because you hated our job. You're something else. Spacey, you don't need to call this person mother, okay? I can't do that, because she's your precious mother, Iroha-san. Not precious, but... Iroha-san smiled wryly, but somehow acted shyly with a hint of happiness in his expression. He said bad things about his mother, but still cared about her. I mean, his mother's kind of a bad person, but still your mom, right? So, you came here to see how I was doing, so I want to hear your opinion about her. Well, let's see. Her eyes shined sharply. My heart started to beat intensely from nervousness and anxiety. I think she's a great lady. Thank you so much. His mother complimented me with a smile on her face that was similar to Iroha's. I felt so happy with her words that my heart trembled. He's like, what do you think of her? She's like, I don't like her. All right, I'll leave her. That was never an option, but... Of course she is. Because she's the lady that I'm madly in love with. Iroha, I wanted you to become a more decent man. And that's impossible because you're my mother. They kept fighting like this for a while. I suddenly looked at Azusa-san standing next to me. He was watching them with indignation as they kept arguing. You don't look like your mother, Azusa. Everyone probably felt the same way, so everyone nodded. It's embarrassing, so don't say that. Okay? I didn't know what to say back to him. Iroha, from the start, you lacked self-awareness as an ogre. Wherever we went, there wasn't anyone who didn't know you. The more famous you became, the more danger you were in. What she said just now pierced through my heart. What happened? I heard that Azusa-san came to this island because he was being targeted. That's a lie. I felt relieved, but I was still worried about what she said before. I made up my mind and was about to ask her about it, but Iroha-san tapped my shoulder. Today is our celebration. You should only talk about something happy. But this is our wedding ceremony, right? Nod to him. It's about your own safety, though! I'm worried. It's about your own safety. We're always worried about him. It's about your own safety, though. Don't you feel worried? We're like way over time. There's no good place to stop. And because it's about myself, I'm occupied with our wedding ceremony right now. Spacey-san, I'll talk about the things that you want to ask about someday. But don't forget this. The fact that Yoshiwara is the safest place to be and hasn't changed. I actually planned to leave Azusa here after he reached a certain age. For a moment, I felt that I caught a glimpse of her motherly side. If I had a child, would my child become an ogre and be in danger too? What? No, it's nothing. Azusa-san was able to live on the mainland. It's okay, because I would protect our life here. We need to finish the opening performance. Because of the scuffle, the room was messed up, so Iroha-san ordered people to clean up the room. Well, I guess I should leave now. Yes, right this instant. Some sort of son you are! If you're going to act so mean, then give me back those clothes. What do you mean? Those clothes are my gift to you. It's for your celebration. What? How? Like we didn't fucking see that coming. I didn't think he would take them directly from me, so I had a fire started in his room. You're something else. You can't even give a gift to someone without starting a fire.
And that's why Iroha-san didn't know about those clothes. Also, your clothes are my gift to you too, Spacey-san. Oh, that's right. I forgot about it because so much had been happening. And that's why I wouldn't take your payment. It was easy to figure out your size, too. Yes, the clothes fit both my body and Iroha's body perfectly. Thank you very much for such beautiful clothes. I'll wear them with great care. I want to say thank you, too. But geez, you caused quite a commotion. His mother winked, and it looked exactly like Iroha-san. By the way, that skull that Azusa has is your ancestor. You should pray to it. Here's something else. You destroyed our celebration, and now you're on about the dead? It's important to revere your ancestors, and you haven't once visited their graves. Both of you, we're having a celebration, so... Oh yes, pardon me. They both sniffed their noses and turned away from each other. The people were disturbing their graves and trying to steal their skulls, and that's why I have it here. It's natural to revere your own clan. It's a good opportunity for you to pray. I told you that we don't need to talk about that right now. Some sort of son you are. You're so stubborn. What you're saying is nonsense. Mother, you're going to cause trouble if this keeps up. Azusa-san involuntarily pulled her arm to bring her out of the room. Hey, I'm not done talking yet. You should also greet him as his younger brother. I'm okay. If I were to describe her with a simple phrase, I'd say she's an amazing person. That's all. Wait. You guys should give everything that you stole on this island back to us. I've already arranged for that. Don't worry. May we interrupt you? Huh? Suddenly, a few police officers tie her arms behind her back. What are you doing to her? You asked what I'm doing. They're thieves. They have to be arrested. The policeman's words sounded merciless as they echoed throughout the parlor room. It's true that they did commit crimes, but... His mother suddenly broke the heavy silence. Since taking on this job, I was always prepared for this. But a mother and her child finally saw each other after being separated for so long. How could this happen? She said she would give everything back to us. What are you saying, Iroha-san? A crime is a crime. We received reports of damage, too. Actually, probably a woman officer, if you think about it, because, like, there's not a lot of men on this island, but even if they give everything back to us, that doesn't erase their crimes. I guess Iroha-san couldn't say anything back to that. I see. Well, I guess it can't be helped. I'm stupid for depending on the police, though. I was prepared for that, too. What the fuck are you doing? Both of them went outside with the police officer. Iroha, are you okay with this? Of course. It's their crime. If you're stubborn now, I think you'll regret it later. Me? I don't care about what will happen to a mother like that. And that's not what the look on your face is saying. Yes, we should go after them right now. I don't think they have any substantial evidence from the houses that were robbed. So it won't be too bad even if they're arrested like this. But they're famous thieves on the mainland, aren't they? He was right. I didn't know how many crimes have been charged against them. Iroha-san, now is our only chance to save them. Yeah, let's stop talking and go so we can get a scene break so we can end this part. It's going on forever. We couldn't erase their crimes. But I couldn't just watch them get arrested without doing anything. I will make one last futile struggle for them. Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to end this part here. And then I'm thinking the next part might be the last part. Well, we'll get our ending. Because we're in chapter 8 right now. And we've already had 2 choices. So, yeah. So we'll probably get our ending in the next part. So, anyway, I will... Shh! Hey! No screaming! I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.